Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And in this video, I'm going to dissect the Ripple drop video that came out today. It's issue number 14. It's just 2 minutes and 19 seconds long. But if we break it up into the three segments, you'll see that there is a lot going on. It's a lot in addition to XRP being used as a liquidity tool for those cross-border remittances. It is really being used in a way that has exciting utility. You probably wonder why I am on Hodor's blog that was published on the 12th. It's a little old, right? He's got a new blog that came out today. Well, in this one, he was highlighting in the spotlight the micro payments along with Coil and Cinnamon and what everybody is talking about in the last 24 hours. Might he have some source at Ripple? Because Hodor, how did you know this was going to be what everybody's talking about? And in addition to that, there's a quote in here from him that I want to share with you because it really hit home for me, and I think it'll do so for you as well. It goes like this: if you believe that the utility of a resource is more important than the speculation, then you should own XRP. I couldn't agree more because XRP has a tremendous amount of utility and the company Ripple is really pushing it. You'll see that here. Is the photograph that Hodor put on the top of his blog not beautiful? This is a photograph taken by a gentleman whose name is Tom Fan. And yeah, Tom, your photograph is so lovely. These wrought iron, Frank Lloyd Wright inspired hanging lights are beautiful. You are somewhere in Asia, I'm not sure where, but your whole collection is lovely. And for content creators, if you haven't discovered this site, it's called Unsplash. It's full of high resolution digital images that you can use royalty free. So that might be something that you're interested in. All right, let's go to the video here. This is Reinhard Kate on the right. He is, of course, doing a great job as usual interviewing his guest. The first guest in the first 53 seconds of this video is Ethan Beard. He's the senior vice president of Spring, and yeah, what an interesting resume he has. He's been with Ripple for about 1 year and 4 months. Prior to that, he was with Facebook. Prior to that, he was with Google. Prior to that, MTV, and prior to that with B of A and risk management. It's so interesting for me because in Japan, I have helped a fair amount of people prepare for their English interview to get a job with global companies. And the companies like Google, Facebook, and Apple are in such everybody's target that I think for Ethan, that has gone from Google to Facebook and now to Ripple, really is telling that Ripple is able to attract the top talent, the creme de la creme, the type of employees that any company would wish to have. So I can't wait for the day that I am going to help the first Japanese person prepare for their English interview to get a job with Ripple. I think it just might happen. All right, so Ethan tells us that he wants to more and more take Spring into developing a platform for the developers, building out those APIs, which are the application programming interface, and providing SDKs, the software development kits. He's been busy. They've had 20 different investments out of Spring so far, and 50 million XRP are into various companies. And the reason why we don't want to burn XRP is because it's important to develop opportunities that are going to create more use cases for XRP. Here, a couple of days ago, Ethan announced that the Spring Investment Group was going to invest in Equilibrium Connect, which will make it easier for developers to access and build on Interledger. So when you have developers building, you get opportunities like this. This is an announcement from March where Spring gave 100 million of XRP to Forte to the purpose of accelerating the blockchain in the gaming industry. This gaming industry is huge. It's 140 billion globally. And as an industry, it is driven predominantly by the digital micro transaction economies. That's why XRP is so perfect for this space. And I know you're probably saying to yourself, yeah, well, we know this. This is news that came out last March. Well, the industry needs a solution that can support payments, and they need something that can scale with cross-chain interoperability. And in this opportunity, they're going to connect developers with tens of thousands of users using Ripple Interledger protocol with XRP. Why XRP? Because a lot of those gaming sites use NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. And if they can be swapped out for XRP, this is huge. So a couple of months after that deal was done, you can see that Forte's in-house engineers have built, past tense, have built a developer platform that incorporates a variety of technology components under the hood to provide a seamless experience for developers. And this is in which Ripple's smart contract platform Codius and its cross-chain payment solution Interledger come in. Now armed with 100 million war chest in XRP, Forte is looking to invest in game developers who will make use of its platform. And Wednesday, the 14th of August, we see that Kevin Cho, the CEO of Forte, put this tweet out that they're looking to hire a technical producer for their platform, and they have over a dozen games developing on their tech and looking for someone passionate about blockchain and games to join the team. And 7 hours ago, they also listed a new position for a director of engineering. This isn't a site for a beginner. They want a veteran engineer to provide them the skills for the blockchain-based platform technology for the gaming industry. And they are seeking this to support their mission of accelerating the adoption of blockchain technology in the games industry. It's very exciting. So you can see too, this person will have a bonus in getting the job if they have experience in token economies. I love it. Keep going, guys. All right, in the second part of that video, we have Stephen Thomas, and he is who is behind Coil. I love Coil. They have done, listen to this, they have done 10 billion payments so far. They just launched in May 2019, and this little plugin API is amazing. What does it do? It monetizes creators. What does that mean? It pays them money. Yes, if you are a journalist, if you're a filmmaker, a blogger, a storyteller, an educator, you can now get paid. And if you are a person who wants to enjoy that content, you can do it without looking at or being interrupted by advertisements. And you can do it for just $5 a month in a subscription. I'm telling you, if you are an XRP holder and you want to support this digital asset, it is a way you can do it for just $5 a month and become a Coil subscriber. You can browse all the content and watch it ad-free. It's really nice to see that Stefan is going to build out this ecosystem, and he's going to build awareness. How? Well, in the last 24 hours, we learned Spring is at it again. They're going to give 1 billion XRP in the form of a grant to Coil to increase the utility of XRP. This should be music to anyone's ears who is holding on to XRP, because if you can increase utility, you have a squeeze on that supply. If you have a squeeze on the supply, you increase the demand. With an increase of demand, you have an impact on price. It's really that simple. So how are they going to build that awareness? Well, they're doing it, of course, through Cinnamon. That is the new video platform that has been in the spotlight over the last couple of days. I just want to show you what the Coil site looks like. It is so seamless to pay people. I am looking at an article that was written that is kind of interesting for me, why gamers will drive the upcoming revolution of microtransactions. And you can see from my little plugin on my browser that as I read, I'm paying the content provider. Yeah, the creator. It's just amazing. This is just feels great to do it. And I just am happy to do it in a way that is so easy. Yeah. So this is web monetization happening right in front of your eyes. All right, so when we look at another way that they are building out that awareness, it is through a $20 million investment that they gave to Imager. This is a site where memes are created, and so that will allow those creators of memes to also be monetized. This site is quite interesting. They received a $40 million round of Series A round of investment from Andreessen Horowitz and Reddit. They have 300 million active users. So the fact that now if you are one of those creators that love to make memes, you have a chance to be monetized. And through this venture of equity round from Coil, it's been made possible. I just love it. And eventually, very soon, and we can see from this article here that was written on July 22nd, that Emerger will soon launch its membership program for meme creators. That will be an exclusive content portion of their website just for Coil subscribers. So that is something we can look forward to. All right, now in the third section of this Ripple Drop video, this one is most interesting, I think. It's a partnership with a company. Well, it's an outfit called Raised in Space. But let me go back here and just kind of show you who's in the video. In the middle here is Zach Katz. He was once a music attorney. He joined this Raised in Space in February. He is leading the project. On his left is Shara Senderoff, and she is a person who is named Forbes 30 under 30. She is an influencer and in deep in the Hollywood scene, but they are partnered with Ithaca Holdings, which is Scooter Braun, and he is, of course, talent management, and one of his most famous talents is Justin Bieber. So we've got people who are pretty interesting in this space that are teaming up with Ripple and using XRP. The company is going to work on identifying tech and music initiatives that are ripe for investment. And if we go to their website here, you can see that their target is in a range of 500,000 to 5 million. They want to marry technology and music. They call it music tech. So by integrating blockchain and the digital asset XRP, I don't know. I'm really curious what it is they are going to create. Here you can see, oh, I want to show you. Here, this is what I really wanted to show you. I wanted to show you who was on the board. So you are going to recognize a couple of these faces. There is Brad Garlinghouse. There is Ethan. And here is Scooter Braun. That is the talent manager of Justin Bieber. And Dave Bullno. Now, I didn't know who he was, but I'll just share with you who he is. He is on the A-list in Hollywood. He is one of the most sought-after talent managers. In fact, he works taking care of the business for Drake, Pharrell Williams, and Selena Gomez, just to name a few. So these guys are, they have big jobs because they've got very successful talents to manage. All right, going back to Zach, he is also very interesting. And in this Variety article, he is quoted as saying that the Ripple Spring will integrate blockchain and the digital asset XRP. The goal, according to the announcement, is to create a community of experienced music and tech leaders to innovate across the entire music value chain for creation, registration, distribution, fan engagement, touring ticketing, and monetization. I'm very curious to see the final strategy and product out of this marriage of music tech. I went on to their Instagram also, and they had a couple of fun pictures to look at. This is at a meeting. You can see Ethan here, and you can see Brad Garlinghouse here on their Instagram. But what really caught my eye is going to take me into the fluff. That is this here where it says, fall 7 times, rise 8. Well, it's close. It's taken from a Japanese proverb that's very old. It is Nana Karobi Yaoki. And what that means is fall down 7 times, get up 8. And in English, it would best translate to never give up. So it's all a part of your persistence in working towards a goal. And during the Edo period, which is from 1603 to about the mid 1800s, this was when they started to make a doll here called a Dharma doll. And it was to symbolize that persistence, and when you have to overcome adversity or you want to achieve some success, you have a target or a goal. And also if you are recovering from some setback, you would then purchase one of these dharmas. And there was a place in Takasaki, which is just north of Tokyo, that made the very first ones out of paper mache, and they're weighted at the bottom. So when you tip them over, they have their weight that brings them back up to that sitting position. And they date back to as early as 1697 at this particular temple in Takasaki. Let me just show you though, here is a very, very old one. This is an antique one. I thought it was quite special. This one is probably very, very expensive and very rare. Now the current ones have changed in their design, and they are made in this paper mache. And you can see this one has shown tipped, but because of the weighted bottom, it will stand up back on its own. In the more modern times now today, they come in different colors. You've got red for good luck. You have kind of a purple blue color for longevity and health. Security and protection is in yellow. The gold is for wealth and prosperity, and white is for love and harmony. They come in all different sizes. They're so common, and there is a special way to use them. I'm going to put that in my extended version of this fluff video on Coil in the next 24 hours. So if you're interested in how you actually use this Dharma doll, then please go to Coil and find that extended version of this story. Okay, everybody, that's all I have for you today. Do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.